Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, Jack Gunsky. I like boobs.
That's right. I like boobs.
Moonshock.
Give me my 2 scoops. I need my 2 scoops.
Terry Diamantis.
I need to call Netflix and get all of you replaced by black people.
That's right. This stream, the gingers outnumber the non-gingers.
Hell yeah.
Because we are the master race.
Damn right.
And this week's special guest, Becca Fehrle.
Hi, guys.
All right. And
I have nothing funny to say. I am a chick. What did you expect?
Hi guys.
Hi, guys.
Awkward silence.
Ginger
Terry,
lives
we're out.
matter.
We're
Oh,
outnumbered.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
We're
no.
outnumbered,
You do
Terry.
know.
I think
You do
I
know
think
what?
it's a-
Go ahead, Jack.
I think it's about time we start talking about a solution to this outnumbering problem.
And let's not forget, Becca, what ginger is an anagram of.
Oh, yes. So we are indeed the superior race.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're just wrong side out. That's the idea.
So are we allowed to say ginger with the hard R?
well,
Yeah, I'll give
Terry
you that
Terry
pass.
can't. So
Ginger.
Ginger.
unless you're referring to a Gilligan's Island character, then no.
Hmm.
All right.
Not just no, but hell no.
Marianne was better.
Yeah, probably.
How dare you? How dare you say such things, sir?
All right. Well, let's start with our first article. Why I don't use the word husband anymore.
God.
This is going to be a cuck article, isn't
The
it?
word has been husband.
Absolutely.
I'm choosing my words more carefully. And this is written by a woman, by the way.
You think?
She is cucking this man. Dude, I know that this is a person on Medium, so her husband's probably whipped to shit. But if you're not whipped to shit, your wife is cheating on you. Get the fuck out of there.
And Scroll, I gotta see who the author of this thing is, so I can put it in chat.
Kristen H. Short or something like that.
Yeah,
Scroll up.
I did.
Kristen H. Short. Okay, just give me a moment.
I looked at that immediately.
My dear communication researcher friend says words create worlds. That's why even as my loving bond with the man I married grows deeper and stronger over time, I can no longer call him my husband. It started
You
when-
love him so much that you cannot refer to him as the correct name that has been used for thousands of years.
Ah! Holy. Okay. All right, here we go. Picture
she
of
a-
our author is in chat right now.
She a
Take
handsome
look.
woman.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's. She's got a schnoz that looks almost like a penis if you look at the very tip of it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Uh huh. You can see that just the tip on that nose too.
she looks kind of like if Matthew Broderick got a massive forehead.
I honestly don't have that reaction with some people sometimes, but I was like, ah, whoa.
It started when I was contemplating the concept of animal husbandry.
What?
Oh boy.
Oh God, one of these.
In my field, it is common for researchers to own lab animals like mice or frogs, and the practice of such ownership and care is called animal husbandry. My place of work actually has a room designated as the animal husbandry facility.
Oh my god, she marries animals.
I
There's
didn't
no
wanna go
cock
that-
like horse cock.
Ew.
Yeah,
Now I'm sad for all of us.
is she involved in
Asshole
donkey
in
shows
shop.
or... For some reason, one day that word just hit my eardrums differently. Husbandry. Why does it have the word husband in it? I've always been just a little obsessed with words, fascinated by their sharing of roots and derived meanings.
So wait. This is gonna be that thing again where it's like the author makes their own personal headcanon about how the world works, and then says that everybody else must change because she came up with some highly derivative bullshit.
Yes.
It's a medium article, so yes.
Did they not
Harry
see what
knows.
they're doing and how contrived and obnoxious it is?
I'm
It's
sure
a
it will
medium
be.
article, so no.
I'm sure it will be completely reasonable.
Yeah, what he said.
I knew there was something to this husband business that deserved exploration, so I investigated the history of the words husband and husbandry.
God. Oh, nothing is worse than when a medium author does exploration.
Mhm.
It's almost as bad as when they say, let's unpack that.
Oh,
That
jeez.
just sounds wrong, especially in
We
a
need to
certain context.
We need to unpack that sentence.
Hey, Jack, we need to unpack. Not impact, unpack.
No, they need to pack and then move to another country, and then unpack there, and then never talk to us ever again.
or would that term be disimpact?
The ancient origins of the word husband suggest that it meant householder. Husbandry meant care of the household.
I
This-
looked up the definition of a word on Webster's dictionary, and now I think that I'm an expert.
Well, aren't you?
Just get back to jerking off frogs. I don't know.
Oh.
Hey, I have a friend of a friend who did that kind of work. On the way to becoming like a pharmacist, and one time he accidentally made a sea anemone orgasm to death.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I mean I'm sorry the animal died, but it's still a hilarious way to die.
And this
I mean,
one time,
I'm not sorry. That's how I want to go.
That's true. Jerk
I mean,
off to death.
I meant the orgasming part, not jacking off an anemone.
Frosted glass found in bathroom in pool of own spooge.
Oh. Oh, Jack. Just no.
This connection made sense. I could understand why the animal husbandry facility would be one where the animals were housed and cared for. However, it made me more uneasy about what the word meant in my relationship. We probably don't need to dig very deep to discover why husband would have been a good word to use to describe the male person in a marriage
You don't need to dig at all. You don't need to dig at all. Medium authors are terrible at digging.
I'm not saying a word.
It's like, what are they digging in? It's like they find a mound of shit, and then they start digging, and they get covered in the shit, and then they start digging themselves into the hole even further, and then they're just surrounded by shit, and nothing makes any sense.
You know what's really good on the whole, Jack? Preparation H.
Oh my gosh. Damn it.
and I just taking jokes from Gold Member.
Yes.
Shame.
Let's see. The male
You're just
person in a
jealous because you
marriage.
didn't say it.
The male person in a marriage of hundreds of years ago, men were in fact responsible for housing women and caring for them, as women were not allowed to own property, work to earn income, or make decisions for themselves.
Oh, I see. I see where this is going.
That one deserves a dun dun dun.
The word property.
It deserves it. Those were the days from what was that show? All in the Family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, now the author is getting into something that I didn't like happened once. I wasn't alive at the time, but they used this word as a totally unrelated word at the time, and now I hate that word.
God.
Men were the heads of the household, the householders. Does using the word
Oh my
husband to refer to the person I married mean that he's the householder? That he is in
Yes.
charge of our household in all the ways implied?
Yes.
No. Like,
Yes. No.
no.
No, I don't think it has to mean that. But I also can't overlook the fact that the word represents some truths about the world of marriage at that time.
So you're saying it's that then?
Hmm?
You're trying to distance yourself from it, but you're saying it's that.
Yeah.
Well, the word used to mean something, so that means it still means the same thing.
Yeah.
It didn't even mean that thing. It was just the name of the thing it was just the name of the thing, and the thing was happening at the same time.
No, I do think there's probably some validity that the term husband meant householder, and like back when the word was created, men ran the household because, as they say, women didn't have those rights. But there's nothing wrong with continuing to use the word. It's not like it's oppressing anyone.
Oh, I just remembered. It wasn't a sea anemone, it was a sea urchin. My bad.
Hmm.
Whatever. No,
Hmm.
nobody knows the difference. Nobody knows the
Nobody
difference.
knows.
I could
I don't
even
know.
go so far to say there is no difference between sea urchins and sea anemones, and no one will question me.
I will
Just,
question you right now.
just think about that story next time you watch Finding Nemo.
Well, I will never watch that movie, so I'm fine.
Oh, Terry, you're so not a team player.
Terry is still angry that they made that movie making fun of Sydney.
Hey, Sydney Watson is great. She does not deserve to be made fun of.
Oh, jeez.
Today,
Sherman.
Today, it's an invisible carryover from a previous era, encumbered as it was with patriarchy and sexism. Of course, we've made lots of progress since then.
Patriarchy. Sorry.
Marriages are more egalitarian now, though there's still room for improvement. I wonder, though, if our continued...
Sorry. When a feminist says there's room for improvement, it means there's room for personal supremacy. Sorry.
Yeah, we all know that by now.
Yeah.
I wonder, though, if our continued use of words that reflect patriarchal worlds is a bit of an albatross around our collective necks.
Albatross.
Of course.
Get your albatross.
What flavor is it?
Is that Monty Python?
Oh.
Yes.
It's a Monty Python sketch, yeah.
I wonder how much further we might go if we interrogated the very words we used and asked if we're happy with the worlds they conjure up. If we're not entirely happy, let's find better words so that we might usher into existence better worlds for ourselves.
Nah.
God, get over yourself, you dumb bitch.
Wouldn't you be much happier if you knew that husband was a bad word?
No. No. Not at all.
Do you know what this do you remember the episode of Frasier where he tries to get like the knocker on his door changed, and he delivers this speech about how everybody in the world is going to become happier if he's only allowed to change his door knocker against the building's regulation?
Oh my
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
this is.
I do remember that episode. That yeah. But I'm willing to negotiate with this author. Just let me say nigger, and I'll stop saying husband.
I'm still stuck on the fact that knockers make men happy. That's all I heard from Jack.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with knockers.
No?
Well, they make me happy.
Absolutely.
There's entire websites dedicated to letting men look at knockers.
Yeah.
Japan made an entire genre of television just dedicated to women's tits.
Yeah, but they
Hey,
also
So
got
you're saying I need to
tentacles
go to
and shit.
Japan?
Ew.
And that made it better.
Ha, ha,
Uh,
ha,
We never should have
ha,
stopped
ha.
after Nagasaki. In my personal situation, we've chosen the word partner to reflect our world in which we are co-creators, where there's a give and take that creates balance, where we take turns cooking dinner and putting the kids in the bath at night.
Okay.
We
Grats. Good for you.
Congratulations. You see, miraculously for a medium author, you discovered a functional relationship.
Are we supposed to give this woman a medal? You know, grats on being woke.
And you know
She's
every
not woke
time
enough. She has kids.
She's asleep.
you know
They
every time
survived.
every time the guy mentions that, mentions his partner, everybody's like, "Oh, you're gay."
Yeah.
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 Well, that's the new thing now too. That's the new in word that the new word that they want you to use is partner. They don't want you to use husband or wife and like that. The new thing is partner. No.
I
just
mean,
no.
mistresses also call their married
Ooh.
significant others partners. So there's that.
You know, that whole term of significant other, like, so how many other others are there? So do you have like a non-significant other?
There could be multiple others.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how many more others are there other than your significant one? So you got to be specific. This one is just my significant one.
This is
The
the
other
one
ones,
that
those are just
matters.
yeah. Those are the other or the normal others, not the significant ones.
And technically, everyone that I'm friends with is significant to me, and they are not me, so they are others.
True.
Harry, stop
No,
making
no.
sense.
But
I
most
have a lot of significant others.
most others
Stop
are
making
insignificant.
Yeah. You have an insignificant other and a regular significant other.
Eh.
We still have a few carryovers of traditional gender roles. He mostly mows the lawn.
God forbid.
Oh
God
my
forbid
God.
traditional gender roles show up literally anywhere. How dare they? How dare there be such a thing as
Uh,
traditional gender roles?
Did a dog just take off in a car?
That sure
Yeah, my
sounds
dog took off. Sorry.
like it. The dog goes, I'm out. Fuck this.
I heard barking and then a car zooming off.
Oh, the combination of Becca and Terry.
Yeah.
You've heard of a
Sorry.
drive-by that was a woof-by.
A woof
Team
why.
effort.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Let's see. He mostly mows the lawn, and I mostly take the kids to the doctor.
And you also mostly
Oh,
act completely
no.
fucking
Oh,
retarded.
so he does the manual labor. There's a shock.
Mm-hmm. Shocker.
Well, it's manual labor. He has to do it.
Now,
Titles are titles.
they need partner labor.
They do.
But-
They really do.
I'll tell you what.
Labor?
Stop calling him a husband, and you do some of the physical labor yourself.
Yeah.
How about that? You want to get rid of traditional gender roles? Then surely you wouldn't mind doing a little hard physical labor.
Jack, if she has kids, she's already done labor.
True.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm.
That's hard labor.
You said hard.
But this small decision to refer to each other as partners feels like a reclaiming of something more true, a means of holding
Aw.
ourselves accountable for the creation of a more beautiful world, a true partnership.
Oh my God.
He's-
Just imagine the world's largest jerking off motion right now, audience. That's what this author's doing.
He's still
Only
my
the one
best.
place where that won't happen.
He's still my best friend, my muse, my children's father, my playmate, and my lover. He's just
There's no
bitching about.
pretentious.
he's
Oh
just
my
not
God.
he's just not my husband anymore.
Playmate.
Oh my God. This woman is completely fucking deluded. Seriously.
My playmate. I get. That's some
My
pedophile
playmate?
bullshit right
The
there.
fuck is this Playboy? He's my playmate.
Ugh.
I am
Pushes me into
disgusted.
swings.
Frosted, how dare you?
I don't know if any of you saw it, but Johnny just put something great in on Twitter.
Oh my god.
What?
What?
A picture of a dog driving a car.
Wow.
For crying out loud.
Okay, I'll
What
go
was it?
look at Twitter.
Was it unrelated? If so,
No,
that's kind of weird.
He tagged me, Becca, and you, Frosted,
Oh.
and then put a picture of a dog driving a car.
What?
So-
And not me? What
Oh.
the fuck, Johnny?
Yeah, Johnny, how dare you?
Oh, that's from Go Dog Go.
Why do I all of a sudden want to say, tell him what he's won, Johnny?
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game.
Oh,
The second best
the
game.
best game ever.
And that's Sad Libs.
Oh yeah, I love me some Sad Libs.
Yay.
We could do an entire fucking show of nothing but Sad Libs, and I'll be like, awesome.
And this is the game where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 1 word, and you guys have to fill in that 1 word Mad Lib style, and then the chat votes on which one is best. All right. So, Jack, I need a transitive verb.
Is that a verb ending in ing?
Now, it's a verb where you do something to someone or something.
Oh,
Like-
so I'm doing something to something else.
It's a tranny verb.
Yeah, like push, or like you're doing something to something.
Give me a minute.
All right, Moon. I need a living thing plural. Shut up, Jack.
Jack, go ahead. Say it. Okay.
He doesn't.
I'm not your fucking monkey.
Okay, fine. How about man whore?
It's a living thing.
Man whores.
So I think Moonshock said man whores.
Yes,
Was
I
that
said
it?
man whores. Yeah,
Yep.
he's got it done.
All right, Terry. I need a living thing singular.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call back to the article, and I'm just gonna go husband.
Oh.
I have one. How about we go simple this time? Fucking.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not ending in ing, so how about just fuck?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There you go.
I don't know why I got stuck on ing.
All right, and Becca, I need a plural noun.
Octopus.
It's a living thing.
I think it'll be octopi, wouldn't it?
No, octopuses is
Oh, okay. That works.
the plural of octopus.
But you know what an octopus is? Jack, what is an octopus?
I don't know what is it.
Hentai for his viewing pleasure.
All right, and let's see. So Jack's is climate change or evolution. Let's fuck some horses.
Oh, damn.
Did you get Jenk to write this article?
Oh my god. Oh god, that's
Yeah. I've got to vote for Jack because he made the Jenk reference without even meaning to.
All right, and Moon. I agree with the Unabomber about man whores.
You would.
I know.
All right, and Terry's. The endangered art of running like a husband.
How does one run like a husband?
So far, Jack wins.
All right, and Becca's. Don't ask a red-headed woman if the carpet matches the octopuses.
Oh my god.
Nasty.
All right, well, I'll start a poll in just a second.
Keeverdem says Chank Gunsky.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And Jaeger
That
says
that
Cenk
is
wrote that article.
precisely what I needed in my life at this
Cenk wrote
exact
that article.
moment.
Hey, as long as it's for the horse's pleasure, you're okay.
The horse is okay with it.
Yeah. Is it really rape if the animal comes?
Ah,
Oh, damn.
ew.
Damn it, Terry.
I'm not even making that up. Cenk made that argument on the Young Turks.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it is, but it's also hilarious.
Oh, I know a sea urchin who would have an issue with it.
Wait a second. Becca's doesn't make any sense. I said, don't ask a redheaded women.
Yeah, that typo was on their part because I just copy and paste the titles.
Oh my God, are these people complete? Yes, they are. Never mind. I don't even have to ask that.
Dumb question.
I don't prefer to vote for myself, but even I gotta say it's definitely me.
Yep.
Sorry.
Well, it's just such a statement. Climate change or evolution? Let's go fuck some horses.
That's the
Let's fuck some
solution to
horses, just
everything.
because. Yeah, it's the solution to everything. Let's go and have some bestiality.
Well, let's see. We got 22 votes in, and Jack's got a healthy lead.
Oh yeah, and there's only 16 people watching and 22 votes.
Fortification.
That's right. This must be a Biden vote. I mean,
Yep.
it was completely legitimate, because he got 800,000 million votes because reasons.
All right. Well,
Joe Biden definitely won. I think that this is a non-controversial thing to say, but Joe Biden definitely won the 2020 election.
See, that's where you lose me. Joe Biden did win, but what he won was second place in a beauty contest while playing Monopoly.
God. You want to know what I find just ironic about that whole thing is, where were all the Republicans that said, not my president? But you had all sorts of shit on the left when Trump won, yet when Biden won, which is obviously he didn't, you didn't hear a single fucking Republican or even gigantic groups of Republicans saying, oh, really? He's not my president.
We're joking, Susan. We totally think Biden won.
Susan, when I say Biden, I mean Bidin. There's somebody else who just
Badon,
happened to be named.
Badon.
Yes, Badon. Yes, Badon. Yes.
all right. Well, with
Badon?
72,
Killing
it's bad
Badon.
and wrong. It's badong.
It's Badon.
All right. Well, with 72% of the vote, Jack is the winner.
Yes.
Rigged.
And can I
Congrats.
also be the first to say, Will, I hope that you're feeling better, my friend. I really do. So there you go. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now it's time for our second article. When did avoiding the plague become controversial?
Ooh, this is the one that has that cool looking plague mask in it. I love plague masks. They're freaking awesome looking. All right.
Yeah,
so-
I do like plague masks.
Oh, this is that indica dude that's got that crazy ass fucking looking Indian guy.
Yep.
Oh, the guy with the crazy eyes?
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
was like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go rape your kid.
Damn.
I gotta
You heard it
that.
from Moonshock's own mouth. He's gonna rape your kid.
That is something he has said.
He's got pedo eyes.
Oh.
I gotta
You
go
know-
find. Hold on a second. Let me.
You
I'm
know
gonna get
you
an
still
image.
don't want to get COVID.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I've had COVID, and it sucks, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I recovered from it a
Same.
couple weeks back, and I was just fine. It sucks, but guess what? You'll survive.
Yeah, but Moonshock, you've had cancer. Everything is going to seem mild in comparison.
This is very true. Okay, you want to know something? If you actually just put in the word indica, INDICA, and you go to image search, it is nothing but fucking marijuana pictures. Because apparently indica is a version of cannabis. So, yeah.
My friend has had COVID twice. He thinks 3 times. Natural
But
immunity.
the author knows better than the actual person how many times this person has had COVID.
Yeah, what happened to listen and believe? Natural immunity just means being sick a lot. and potentially giving yourself pre-existing conditions, which make it your fault if you die.
Was
Oh,
this
God.
idiot like vaccinated or not? Because if you were vaccinated, that's not natural immunity, dumbass.
I can't find this guy's
And-
picture anymore.
Also, nobody is saying that it's your fault if you die from an illness, but they are saying that you have the capacity to control the statistics
Oh, dear
surrounding it.
God.
And what's more, if you just exercised once in a while instead of staying sedentary in your New York apartment, you might be able to get through it a little better.
When people talk about getting it over with, it sounds nuts to me, but this attitude
Nuts.
but this attitude is all over the white media.
The white meat.
The
Yeah.
white media. Oh dear.
Yeah. Highly paid dudes with triple shots working from home with access to testing and sick leave. They're like, we're all going to get it. I want to go to restaurants now. In this day and age, if you're still trying to avoid the plague, you're the crazy one. If
Yeah,
COVID
kinda.
Yeah.
if COVID was Ebola, would we just be living with it? In the
Well,
largest
no,
Ebola
because Ebola is actually like highly deadly. The
Yeah.
survival rate for Ebola is not 99.99997.
Right. So you're
It's-
not living with it, you're dying with it.
Yeah.
It's
Weren't
the
these
same
the same
thing.
people? This is the same group of people who was like at the very beginning of this when people were saying it was like the flu. And by the way, it is like the flu. They were saying, "Oh my God, it's not the flu! How dare they compare it to the flu?" And then they immediately go out and start comparing it to the Black Death.
Yeah.
James
Th-
calling
there-
in
there's
chat is
zero-
trying to get himself a timeout.
It's a
The-
thing.
there is zero self-awareness here. Zero.
Now, Ebola and COVID are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
In the largest
Exactly the same.
Ow.
Ebola outbreak, 11,300 people died, which is happening every week in America alone.
Yeah, and how many people got infected?
Unimportant.
Billions.
Yeah.
Hundreds of billions of people got
Stop
infected.
changing the subject, Jack.
Because if 11,000 people died and 12,000 people got infected, it's a little bit different than if basically everyone on the planet got infected and only a few million died. Don't get me wrong, a few million is not nothing by any stretch, but the proportionality is very, very different.
I mean, we're still under the 10% that they predicted at the start. So we
I
have
would
that
just like-
going for us.
I'd like to point out some of the people who died were lawyers, which, according to a well-known joke, means we're off to a good start.
Yep. Would it be different if COVID caused more bleeding? Would people fear
What?
it then? I think
Never
Ebola
mind.
causes bleeding.
I mean,
Oh.
when you have anal bleeding, I'm sure it makes it a little
No,
more
no, no.
serious.
This person wants people to die. They want people to die so they can be proven right.
Yeah.
But you just reminded me of that Don Hertzfeld cartoon, Rejected. Like, for the love of God and all that is holy, my anus is bleeding.
That's just wrong.
I still love that thing.
It is
I-
brilliant.
I go back to it every few years. It's
Me too.
wonderful.
It's still hilarious. So if you haven't seen it, go watch Rejected by Don Hertzfeld.
Would it make
It was
different?
nominated for an Oscar, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Hopefully not for Rejected because
Yeah.
it's way too funny to get an actual Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully he
Well, it
wasn't
didn't
white.
win, but
Would it? Oh, that dog is
dog's
back.
back.
Dog had to go out and get some cigarettes. Dog
Would-
actually came back.
Would people fear it then? Would it make a difference to the living? Because it makes no difference to the dead. I remember when the outbreak started and people said it was just the flu, and we had to have
you
that.
remember-
I remember when the outbreak started.
I,
Eventually, everyone was dead.
No, I remember when people said it was just a flu. I now say it's just a cold. It's been downgraded
Mm.
because the Omicron thingy is so mild.
And we had to have that exhausting debate. We had to scream that. We had to scream that no, this is going to kill millions of people, and it could kill you.
Oh my
Still hasn't.
god!
Now
I tell you what, if I die from COVID, you can say I told you so as much as you want.
Well, then you got to die from COVID, so I can say that.
When it happens, feel free.
Now over 5.7 million people are confirmed dead, and we're having the same fucking debate again.
Oh god!
I'm curious. When are you gonna acknowledge that this is Dr. Fauci's fault?
Mm-hmm.
Because
No, he can do no wrong. He is
Excuse you,
science.
that is the Lord and Savior of science.
Yeah,
He can
because
do no
He
wrong.
is the science.
He is the science.
yeah, science.
That statement goes around a lot. Did Dr. Fauci actually say he is the science?
Yes. No, I have
Sort
no
of.
idea.
So
He-
what he said
He
was
represents
that
science.
he represents science. So that when people are criticizing him, they're criticizing the science because they can't go after the science, so they go after him, and he represents the science.
I would say he
Jesus
represents a floppy
Christ.
penis, but that's about it.
What a piece of shit.
Well, he is a piece of shit.
People are like, well, yeah, but those people are already dead. This new variant
True.
is just the flu.
Also true.
Yeah.
First off, millions of dead people from the 1918 flu would like to have a word. Are people
Oh,
going
you're
to be...
comparing it to the 1918 flu.
Well,
Well,
let me pull
no.
out the fucking spirit box so they can
I was
have
going to
their
say,
vote.
no, I am willing to listen to anything the people who died in the 1918 flu thing, anything they want to tell me, I will listen to them.
Yeah.
You're such
yeah.
a team player, Terry.
I'm a kind person. What can I say?
It's so modest too.
Yeah, I'd like to
Naturally.
see... I'd like to see the figures of people who died from the Spanish flu versus Omicron.
Yeah.
Are people going to be saying, it's just the coronavirus for the plague of 2120? I'll fucking haunt
Yes.
them if they do.
Wow,
Well,
this guy loves using that word too, doesn't he?
But it'll depend if
for
the
cereal.
plague in 2120 is as mild as the Omicron variant, then I hope they do say that.
He's for cereal.
He's for cereal.
Like totally
cereal.
for cereal.
No, super soup, because cereal is soup. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's
Super
totally
soupy.
for cereal.
Second off, the Omicron is only milder than Delta, whatever the fuck that means. It's not in
Okay,
And
any...
this guy-
milder.
It means you will experience less harsh symptoms
Is it
Yeah.
me or is this guy in
and
love
have a
with the
lower
word
chance
fuck?
of death. That's what it
Unless-
means.
No, unless they mean Delta Airlines.
In which case, you have a higher chance of death.
I mean, in that case, Delta has some decent cookies that they hand out.
Ooh, cookie.
So what they're saying is Delta is terrible, but dying of COVID is slightly better, not quite as terrible as flying Delta.
Uh-huh.
It's not in any way milder than the original strain, and is many
Yes, it
times
is.
more contagious.
It most certainly is more contagious, but it's also much less much more mild than the last.
Yes.
It's more contagious. Nobody has ever said otherwise ever. And it's much milder.
And if
you're saying otherwise, you are contradicting the science.
That and if this dumb son of a bitch has had any kind of lessons whatsoever on the whole concept of viruses and what they do, they evolutionarily, well, most of the time, they will become much more virulent, but they also become less fatal or less deadly over time. That's
If
the
I
way
learned-
viruses act, and that's the way they
If
run.
I learned anything from Plague Incorporated, it's very hard to spread a virus when the virus kills its host too quickly.
Yes.
So what you want to do is you want to not be fatal, but you want to be very infectious. That's the way to do it.
Yes.
See that's where you're wrong. You get the necrosis symptom. That way it's infectious even after they die.
Well, the key
Burn
with
the
viruses,
bodies.
the key with viruses, actually anything in that game, is just to make sure that right off the bat you just infect the fuck out of everybody, and then you turn on all the shit that's going to kill everybody, like the total organ failure, that kind
Yeah.
of shit.
No,
Am I the
the
only
mo-
one
the-
who
the most
finds it
important thing-
disturbing that society readily took up a game where the goal is to kill all of humanity?
No, but the most important thing is infect Greenland. That is
Yep.
far more important.
You know, I've actually started on Greenland once, and I didn't do too well.
And also give your virus a funny name so that when the pop-ups show up, it's funny. Like I like to put my butthole. That way it says my butthole spreads to whatever nation.
No, but I was so upset that I named my disease the summertime blues, and there was still a cure for it.
But the WHO told me there wasn't.
Or my butthole placed on watch list.
These guys think about this stuff way too much, don't they?
And it reinfects people. Omicron in every way more terrifying than the thing we were terrified about 2 years ago. But people are like,
what?
yeah, but it's not as bad as Delta.
Again,
It's
Delta
not
is
more
this-
terrifying in every way. It's less deadly and less, bad in general. You get
Well-
lesser symptoms.
Will in chat has confirmed flying Delta is significantly worse. So, I mean, it is less bad than Delta. It's been confirmed.
I mean,
That's
at least
science right there.
when you get COVID, you can have leg room.
Why is it that every time I hear the word science, I just want to think, yeah, science.
Now, granted, it's not like United Airlines where they'll beat you up, but anyone remember that when there was that
Mhm.
Chinese guy who got beat up
I
on
remember.
United Airlines?
Well, he was Chinese, to be fair. Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Let's see. This is like getting hit by a car, getting hit by a bus, and then being happy about getting hit by another car. It's positively deranged.
You're comparing 2 days in bed with a giant headache to getting hit by a car. Are you
Yes.
fucking stupid?
Yes.
It's logical.
Yes.
Maybe it's a very slow car.
This
Yeah,
guy is
maybe it's in
fucking
a school
retarded.
zone and the guy actually obeyed by the limit. I mean,
This guy is fucking retarded. It's unreal.
COVID-19 is turning out like the flu in that it keeps mutating, reinfecting people, and requiring new booster shots every year. Meanwhile, over 3 billion people have no shots at all, and seemingly never will, because White Empire is treating the mRNA technology like nuclear weapons.
Oh,
Don't pull
He-
this shit. Don't pull the race card, buddy. That is so not
What-
going to make
White
you look
Empire-
good.
well, no, he's drawing back to his previous article. This man is writing his cinematic universe.
Oh, for Christ's
Is he talking about the quote-unquote White Empire that made the vaccine to begin with?
Of course.
How about the White Empire that made the virus?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Yellow Empire.
Oh, don't worry, whites
I
and
see what you
Asians
did
are
there.
interchangeable when it's convenient.
Oh, that's true. If they do well, they're white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
But, did you know that Danny Elfman's band actually had a song about Fauci way back in 1985?
Talking
Really?
about
It's science.
AIDS.
Everyone has AIDS. Oh wait.
No,
wrong.
from my heart and from my hand. Why don't people understand my intentions? Weird
Oh
science.
my god.
Just wait, Terry said. Weird science.
Oh.
Matter of factly.
All right, James Colley, you got yourself a 5-minute timeout.
Have fun.
What did he say? Oh yeah.
Let's see. Forcing us to reverse engineer this shit. Burning time we don't have.
Yeah, it was already reverse engineered.
This thing could have been stopped at any point, like China did.
It could have been not started at any point, and China was trying to cure it by welding people into their fucking houses.
I could have been a contender.
Yeah, so why couldn't we just weld people in their houses? But White Empire wasted so much time debating about whether it was serious, and then, once that was obvious, said it was
super
then too
serious.
serious to do anything about.
What?
What?
Absolutely nothing was done. No vaccines were put out. No mandates.
Yeah, no,
Wow,
no travel
this guy is-
restrictions.
This guy is
Literally nothing.
super tard.
Super tough.
This man, nothing he says makes any sense. I don't understand how a human being can be this dumb.
He's
Inbreeding.
ethereal.
The
Super
answer is
No, the answer is it's on Medium.
Yeah, there you go.
Giving up became the reason that you have to give up, while millions of people gave up the ghost. What?
Okay.
Does this guy like write movie trailers or something? He's so
yeah,
he's so
is this,
dramatic.
Like creative writing or what?
Why so serious?
He's so dramatic, and you
Take
know
a
that
super fucking serious topic, super serial, and do some creative writing with it.
like he's so dramatic. Plus, you know that he thinks he's so clever in his wordplay.
Well, he does. He definitely does.
Oh,
It's gonna
he
haunt
thi-
us.
this man is clearly an English major. This man has a degree in English.
This man
I can
has
tell
no-
you right now.
While tens of millions of families are shattered, while children become orphans, and tens of millions of people become disabled, while the real economy falls apart.
Whoa,
Well,
ableism. What's wrong with being disabled?
yeah,
What's wrong with being an orphan?
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just
This is
hate
very-
their parents and didn't
You-
ask to come into existence.
You
This
could
is
become
very
Batman.
ableist writing. I'm gonna post a complaint in the comment section. This is quite concerning.
It is.
Very much so.
I'm upset.
While rich people point to lines on a chart. And then the most privileged people in the world, who have the luxury to write op-eds about this shit.
Like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're doing at this exact moment.
Yeah, this asshole's so fucking salty. God damn.
declare it over because they're tired of wiping down packages and covering their mouths. Wiping
Two
down
birds,
packages?
one stone. Don't cover your mouth. Use your mouth to wipe down the package.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
Are we talking about like packages like packages like boxes, or like, cleaning
A man's
yourself?
package?
It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
Let's see. I lost my place. Okay.
The
corporate media. The corporate media does the dirty work of corporations that just want everyone back to work. Okay, that
you know what this? I'm sorry.
that is totally the Team America speech. And then the corporations in their corporation building are all corporation-y, and they make money.
I was thinking the exact same. I was like, this is just like some random verbal diarrhea about corporations. Corporations, they're controlling everything, man. We gotta take they're the corporations.
Isn't Medium a corporation?
Probably.
Shh, don't tell them that. Shh.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The say is avoid it like the plague, but that's obviously a joke. The only thing White Empire avoids is doing any public health work. When
I
China,
thought just the Empire was black.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and please,
Small it.
for the love of Christ, use articles, Mr. English Major. Use article. The Empire, the White Empire. Jesus Christ!
No, there's no White Empire. I'm almost certain Jussie Smollett was black.
Oh.
Yes. and very recognizable to MAGA supporters.
Oh, definitely. There's not a redneck in the world who doesn't sit by the Empire show and memorize its cast.
A redneck in downtown Chicago.
Yep.
That's the
In
worst kind.
freezing cold weather.
Oh, Roots Calhoun. Where was that guy?
Roots.
Roots Calhoun is another YouTuber who actually lives downtown Chicago, and he's a redneck that used to rap.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
It's kind of funny.
When China beat this thing, but the Western
China-
but the Western media just made fun of them for doing their homework.
China
Well, it's
beat
easy to
this
do the
thing,
homework
huh?
when you have the whole fucking textbook.
Hey,
They
China
do
beat
that
it, okay?
very-
They
Just
beat it.
accept it.
Why would you so blindly, like at the beginning of this when China said, oh well, the numbers say that China's doing better than all the other nations of the world, the people in the media just lapped that shit up.
Yeah.
Why? It's the Chinese government. Nothing they say is accurate. In fact, if they say something, it is a safe assumption that the opposite is true.
Dak, we love you long time.
Now, I'm sure that China completely handled this perfectly, and that no one died.
Well, yeah, nobody died in China.
Of course not.
In fact, if anything, China probably thought this was a fantastic excuse to get rid of
You want to know why?
all of the inconvenient parties that were, getting a little too rowdy in Hong Kong.
You want to know
Remember
why?
that shit?
Because China is asshole.
China's porcelain.
Oh.
It's like, how fucking old are we? The cool rich kids are in
40.
the back.
Well,
The cool rich kids are in the back of class, snickering and making fun of the nerds. Then they go home and kill grandma.
No, the cool kids and the nerds are making fun of the retards. And the
Oh my
retards
God.
are miraculously running everything.
I like coming up. COVID-19 is apparently related to corn pop. This is exciting.
Ooh. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
The mysticism of corn pop evolves.
When I was in high school, I thought the adult world would be serious, but no, the adult world is worse. Honestly, I can't do it anymore. I can't even debate people anymore. It's not their
And yet
fault.
here we are.
We've been willfully torn apart. Saying, I just want to get it, is really a coping mechanism. What's left but gallows humor among those left to hang?
So
It's
dramatic.
not gallows humor.
Uh.
They want to get it. They want to get it because they want this over with so that they can get natural immunity, which does
Which doesn't
exist,
exist.
unlike what you seem to be suggesting.
No, natural immunity doesn't exist. We say this because Susan is always watching.
It's like reading an emo's journal. But the uncomfortable, terrifying truth is still this. COVID-19 is a bad disease. Even if it
Corn
does,
pop, I told you.
even if it doesn't make you bleed, it can leave you on your knees.
Oh my god.
Is he rhyming now?
You're
We
trying.
gotta
to.
deal with some rhyming bullshit.
It's not
COVID
even rhyming, it's near rhyming.
COVID-19 is an unknown disease. We don't know how
Not
long.
really.
We don't know how long or how strong the effects will be.
What? COVID's been
We-
around forever.
We know
Fuck
more
you.
about COVID than we do about the very vaccines we're using to treat with it.
Now,
Exactly.
Becca, history started in 2020, so... Or
Oh.
no,
I-
2018 or
I always
2016.
correct people on this. History did not start in 2016. It started in 2014. But the only thing that happened from 2014 to 2016 was Gamergate.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Oh.
I maintain that history did start in 2016, but Gamergate is considered to be prehistory, sort of like legends or fables.
Gamergate caused COVID.
There you go.
Oh.
That's probably true to
Sex-
these people.
Sexism in gaming caused COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, the gamers, they went to the moon and they threw rocks from the moon to the earth, and that spread COVID.
COVID-19 does not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Finally, COVID-19 is an avoidable disease. We
Yeah,
could
I
have
had it.
we could have avoided it like the plague, but people decided that all the world's a stage and everyone needs to have a fucking opinion. And
Again, this guy is in love with the word fuck.
so to mangle the bard, thus never ends this strange eventful history in second childishness and mere oblivion. Man, I am so deep.
You could have avoided it like the plague. People didn't avoid the plague. That's why everyone died from it.
I'm starting to think that maybe Medium is a hyperlink to I am 14 and this is deep.
I am so deep. That's like saying, I'm so fucking ready. But no, I am so deep.
I don't
Alright.
think that was in the article, Moon. I think that Frost just added that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Asshole!
All right. Well, it's time for the second game, which is for the chat only, Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever you are.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
the caption.
fortunately, Jack isn't here because I am boobs. Or I like boobs.
Uh-huh.
I do have boobs.
It's awfully insensitive to the ladies, Jack. Exactly.
Bummo.
Bum-o? Did you just say bum-o?
I said bombo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there.
Eh?
That's better. All right.
What do you say?
Man,
And that-
fuck you.
And that is the caption contest, where I will show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with captions for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show.
Ooh.
See, now I'm starting to think maybe it says Jack Gunsky, I like boobs. Like you're saying that to Jack Gunsky. And then that the rest of it's just an aside. And Johnny Hellcat prohibited.
So who is this Jack Gunsky person?
I don't
He's a
know.
real prick. You don't want to mess with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
All right, so this week's photo is, of course, the trucks up in Canada.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm just like, follow the only road, follow the only road.
Yeah, there was a red brick road in that movie. Where the fuck did that go?
Hell.
Mhm.
It went to
that just went to the
Munchkin
gift
hell.
shop.
It went to Munchkin hell.
Let's see. This is the route out of Canada, right?
I think that's where Peter Dinklage is going.
Yeah, because that's one thing you never heard is follow the red brick road. Like, okay. Follow the red brick road.
For this to be true Frogger, we need to head to Quebec.
Cynic said, not even this zombie horde is as uncivilized as BLM.
Because we have a Might convoy. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Mighty convoy.
Follow the Only Road by Mr. Moo. Well, Mason Malpas, when a national leader flees the country over a traffic jam.
Most violent thing a Canadian has ever done.
Yeah, they keep talking about there are crimes going on. Nobody has documented evidence of any crimes happening. And of course they don't. This is Canada. Nothing happens in Canada.
Whenever I think of Canada, I think of Kids in the Hall and the Running Faggot song. There's a real sketch where Scott Thompson is singing a song that's called Running Faggot. And it's quite catchy. It's like,
I'm really going to honk right into your bed with you?
Okay.
Hey, what?
I don't quite understand.
We are live outside Trudeau's new minstrel show.
No.
Hontress.
I'm surprised people are allowed to say honk in chat.
Yeah, I was surprised too because I remember back in the day with clown ball trending, they actually
Yeah.
banned it from in any context. You just could not say the word honk.
I liked the, I forget where I heard it from, but referring to it as the night of the long honks.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
Who told the truckers that we have opened the whorehouses in Ottawa?
Oh
I
jeez.
like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it about 10 more seconds.
I like Travis Gardner's quote. Hello, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the geese learned to drive.
Oh, damn.
Okay. That's the front runner.
Trucker lives matter. Honk if you're for the thing, you know.
I think I'm still going Cracker Rob and his whorehouses.
I don't know if the joke necessarily translates to Terry, but it is well known in America, at least, that Canadian geese are like the worst fucking things on the planet. Everybody
Well,
hates them because they're loud and obnoxious and awful, and they will attack you.
Yes.
Well, there's a game called Goose Goose Duck, and it's kind of like Among Us, but with like Town of Salem roles. And there's a Canada goose where if you kill it, you automatically report yourself as the killer. I thought that was hilarious.
All right, well, I think I'll call it there. So, which one do you guys think is best so far?
I like the geese
Cracker
one.
Rob whorehouse.
Spittle buggies. Look, the geese learn to drive.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the geese one.
Yeah, I agree.
Becca?
I like the geese one.
All right. Well, it looks like Spittle Buggies is this week's winner.
Nice.
Yay!
Celebratory honk to
Way to go,
Spittle.
Spittle.
Honk.
Honk.
All right, so I'll copy that down so I can tweet it out after the show. All right. Good job. And now it's time for our third article. Banning early term abortion is a form of slavery.
Nice.
You just don't want to practice abstinence, do you? You're just
No.
really you're just really opposed to not you're just really opposed to the practice of safe sex.
I was going to say it's not just that they don't want to be abstinent; they don't even want to use protection. They just want I should be able to have unprotected sex and then just kill any babies that result.
Yeah, these people are fucking psychos.
It's not pro-life, it's pro-control of women's bodies.
Oh,
And I
shut
vote in
up.
favor of controlling women's bodies.
Anti-abortion / pro-control advocates would have us believe that theirs is a cause rooted in morality and a regard for human life, specifically the life of
yeah.
the unborn.
Is not that hard of a moral question, really.
I mean, for
Yeah,
monsters, maybe.
Here's the question: do you think you should be allowed to kill babies? Do you think you should be allowed to murder babies? If the answer is, listen, I'm open to discussions about this sort of thing, but
Jack might kill a baby.
But that is the argument from the other side. That is the argument. You are murdering a baby. That's all there is to it. There's no like, oh, we want to control women. They're like, we see what appears to be babies being murdered, and we want to stop that. That's the argument. Deal with the goddamn argument, you disingenuous sack of shit.
No, because I think maybe it's okay to kill babies, but at least wait until they're like screaming in the middle of the night. Then you got a reason to kill them. Don't kill them before they even get a chance to annoy you.
Yeah. And also, don't kill the white ones. All right.
Of course.
We
I'm
all
joking.
know that Planned Parenthood is in favor of that.
But for these purposes, Jews don't count as white. Just to fully clarify that there, because Whoopi Goldberg said the Holocaust was white on white violence, and we just want to separate some parts of whiteness, if that's the case.
There is no, BG makes an interesting point. There is no part in this process that cannot be avoided by just making a good decision. If you make good decisions, then you will never encounter this problem. Why on earth are you so against holding people accountable for their own poor decisions?
Well, I keep coming back to Nostalgia Chick, who got pregnant solely for the purpose of recording the abortion and making a video out of it. Like she went out of her way to get pregnant just to kill the baby and make a video about the procedure.
Nice people.
No doubt many anti-abortion activists believe this about themselves. They understand themselves as fighting for the lives of the unborn.
Clearly.
Yes. Well, they are.
I've written previously about how anti-abortion activists are not all pro-life. So what are they? Anti-abortion proponents are pro-control of a woman's body.
Bullshit.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is nonsense. What pro-life person is not strictly in it for saving the baby's life?
Well, they're saying, they're comparing it to those like me who are anti-abortion, but I'm pro-death sentences.
Hell yeah, that's a good way to take it.
Yeah,
I'm save the lives of innocents.
Yeah,
I don't care about babies. I just want to make women unhappy.
I just want to control them.
I knew there was a reason I liked you, Frosted. Great minds think alike.
Yep.
But it's unreal because these people, they never acknowledge the role that decision making plays in all this. If you're a criminal who has murdered people, then the death penalty is not unreasonable because
women don't have agency. That is the underlying message of the feminist movement is women do not have agency, and therefore they need to be protected from their own stupid decisions.
Right, that's why I always consult my husband.
An unborn child has done nothing wrong in its entire life. It has not been capable of doing anything wrong.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. Their mere existence is doing something wrong because they are leeching off the life of that mother.
No. What the crime they're committing is trespassing.
Oh yes, we must.
Yes.
They're squatters. They're unwelcome squatters, and you must evict them as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Squatters.
I mean, if you give birth to a baby and like a meth lab comes out with it, then sure, that baby's not innocent. But it's gonna happen in Florida someday, I'm sure.
Of course.
Oh yes.
But I just realized that would also make pregnant women landlords, and you know how the left feels about landlords.
Yeah. In fact, many pro-choice advocates are now referring to the anti-abortion position as exactly what it is: forced pregnancy.
That you chose by having unprotected sex.
Yeah, I didn't force you to forget to take your
It's not even that they forgot.
Plan B the next day, or
it's not even that they forgot. They chose abortion over that.
That's very true.
As with any form of slavery, of which there are many, there is
which there are many.
Holy shit.
There is, in the fight to control women's bodies, an oppressor class and a victim class.
Stop saying bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
When did it become like a cool kid thing to always be a victim and then shout your victimhood from the rooftops?
Like 2014, thereabouts.
Was it that long ago? Okay.
Yeah.
Just this world has become so utterly pathetic. We have learned to value weakness, personal weakness.
Yes.
Did you guys see that what is it? The Jesse Waters interview with that commie guy who was like a
Yes, I did.
moderator on Reddit?
Yes, I did.
And he basically comes out and all but says that laziness is a virtue.
Yes. He was from r/anti-work on Reddit.
Yeah.
He says
This is
he's a
the-
dog walker.
Yes, that's right.
This is the attitude that we've cultivated. If you are lazy, incompetent, if you make poor decisions, if you are actively malevolent, then society values you. What the
Well,
fuck?
I think what happened was they realized that there's power in victimhood. Like if people see you as a victim, then you have power over them because they will go out of their way to accommodate you. So if you can pretend to be a victim, you get all of that social capital without actually having to be victimized. Which, let's face it, no one wants that.
No, God no. Horrible.
In this instance, the oppressors are men, the victims women. Consider Mississippi and Texas, the two states whose recent anti-abortion bills are being challenged in court, but which will likely result in the overturning of Roe v. Wade, giving state government.
Crazy dishonest bitch author. What do you think that your opposition is composed of in terms of genes? What do you think the female male ratio is amongst people who disagree with you?
100% male.
No, they're only men are pro-life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Let's see. But which will likely result in the overturning of Roe v. Wade, giving state governments control over women's bodies. In Texas, there are 180 members of the state government. 48 of them are women. In Mississippi, my home state, the numbers are even starker. There are 171 members of state government. 24 of them are women. In both places...
I was going to say, oh my God.
In both places, men are deciding who is in charge of a woman's body. Yes, because I'm sure that none of the men in that government were voted for by women.
Not a single one.
We need to ask the woman here, Becca, who is in charge of your body?
Can I consult my husband before I give an answer to that? I would hate to displease him
The correct answer
in a
is the
very
government.
public way.
Yes, yes.
I'll get back to you.
American slavery, in which whites owned blacks, is not by any means a perfect analog for this modern bondage of men controlling women. But
yeah, in fact, it's a terrible one.
But there is an important point of comparison to be drawn, and there is an overlap between these two forms of slavery. As was the case with American slavery, there are members of the oppressor class, either whites or men, who understand that the respective form of slavery is wrong. Similarly, there are members of the oppressed class, either black or women, who have internalized the negative stereotypes and propaganda spread by the oppressors, and therefore cannot recognize the oppression. Most tellingly, however, in neither case is there any consideration of the oppressors taking on the burden of the oppressed. White men pick their own cotton? Absolutely not.
Is the author going to recognize at any point in this article that there are people who think that the baby is being oppressed?
Well, the baby has no rights because it's not a human until it passes through the vaginal canal.
It's just a cluster of cells.
Once it's dead, it's no longer oppressed.
There you go.
There you go.
Can't be oppressed if you're not alive.
That is fact.
Exactly.
Men have reversible vasectomies? Hell no. This is
about...
Don't they though?
No, it never happens.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
This is about controlling others, so the concept of the oppressors taking any share of responsibility is a non-starter. Why harvest my own crops when I can force others to do it for me? Why enforce limits on my own body when I can control yours?
God, get over yourself.
Also,
Holy shit.
also, no men use condoms. That's just a fact.
No.
Oh my God.
Speaking of bodily control, the history of racism in America is full of eugenic practices.
Oh my
Like
God.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, like Planned Parenthood. Holy shit.
Targeting low-income and minority women, in particular, black women. The practice of
I stand by my claim.
the practice of slavery didn't only morph into de jure segregation, but also into eugenics. Today, this form of slavery has shifted. Women are still stripped of their bodily autonomy, but instead of being forcibly sterilized, they are forced into unwanted pregnancies.
Oh my
Well, if you
God.
didn't want to get pregnant, there were steps you could have taken that would greatly reduce the chance of that happening.
It's like these people they are deliberately ignoring huge, massive problems with their weird ideological stance. They're just ignoring them. They can't be bothered to point out they exist. Number one, everything about this is optional. And number two, there's a baby involved and people are concerned about the rights of the baby. If you that nothing in this article has addressed either of those 2 points.
No, we just hate women.
Yeah.
It's slavery. That's all this is.
Yeah, when it comes to what you just said, Jack, I'm just gonna quote Jack Cochran and say, "That's a hate fact."
Ultimately, any form of slavery is about control, and the oppressors will create a narrative to justify that control, even when they know it's wrong.
Yes.
Consider industrial slavery, in which forced labor is extracted from workers, and which is still rampant globally.
Industrial slavery.
The justification in this instance is profits. Whether underpaid children making clothes in Bangladesh or underpaid miners excavating cobalt in the Democratic Republic of Congo, those exploiting the labor justify their oppression with the money they make, some of which they use on charitable or other social justice causes.
I can actually prove this author's case. Becca has had kids, therefore has been pregnant, and she is a slave because, Becca, how much did you get paid to be on this show?
$0.
Unpaid labor.
Lies. She was paid.
Slavery to me.
Unbelievable. Frosted, how could you?
Well, the difference is that with the whole working in a mine in the Democratic Republic of Congo, there aren't like millions of people who choose to do that because they want to.
Really?
Right.
To answer Jack's question, how could you do that? Rohypnol.
Yeah. Like there are a lot of women out there who do want children. I can't think of anybody who just like really wants to work a mine in the Congo.
Well,
right.
Every woman wants to work a mine somewhere.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say there are women who really want spiked drinks.
I mean, you never know until you offer it to them,
Exactly.
I mean, is it free? I'll take it if it's free.
I mean, hey, it gives you a buzz. And then a few other things.
Oh, yes.
Nike famously supported Colin Kaepernick when he was blacklisted by the NFL, but Nike is also exploiting sweatshop workers in Southeast Asia. Anti-abortion advocates justify their particular form of slavery by claiming that they are pro-life, but the data and their unwillingness to support policies necessary for life to survive and thrive prove otherwise.
Oh, the data. The data. You gonna provide any of this data? You're just gonna
No.
you're just gonna say the word data and expect everyone to get what you mean. Fuck you.
No, it's pretty obvious they mean Brent Spiner from Star Trek.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's like, pro-life people don't support this or that social program, so that means they don't really care about life.
Yeah. Basically, they're going to say if you're not in favor of single-payer healthcare, then how can you really claim to be pro-life?
If you're in favor of policies that are totally unrelated to this problem in every single conceivable way, then you're not really pro-life.
Exactly. Jack gets it.
Yeah. Let's see. Mississippi ranks 48 out of 50 for child mortality, and 50 out of 50 for both infant and neonatal mortality. There's nothing pro-life about those statistics, but the state positioned itself as being pro-life by banning abortions.
Yeah, because their mortality rate is so low, they're gonna try to do something to bring that up. Ban abortion.
I mean, I'm guessing they're not just going around stabbing these babies, you know?
Yeah.
They might be.
like for your point about them not being pro-life, like not like wouldn't that mean they're like purposely killing these babies?
Also, I'm a little bit curious to find out because we do live in America after all, one of the wealthiest nations on Earth, with one of the lowest child mortality rates on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Mississippi rank compared to every single other country on Earth? Because I bet you that it may be low in America, but it's probably pretty high compared to the rest of the world.
Well, I want to know why it's so low to begin with. Is it environmental, or are they going back to the whole black women don't get the health care that white women do, and that's why all these babies are dying and women are dying at birth or during labor?
Yes.
Is that what they're getting at?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Of course they are.
I don't know.
We'll just go with it. It sounds right.
There's nothing pro-life about those statistics, but the state positioned itself as being pro-life by banning abortions. That isn't pro-life at all. Rather, it is men voting to control women's bodies while ignoring the real problems faced by living human beings. It is a form of...
Nobody expected it.
No, I expected it.
That's why
I
love you so much, Jack, because you just sneak that shit in there. It's a live day.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just making a poll in the chat. Okay. Let's see.
I'm going to vote no. Oh God, I'm in trouble.
Oh wow.
It is a form of slavery masquerading as a moral cause, just like how Southern slave owners told themselves they were doing the black man a favor by housing him, since, absent being owned as property and given a run-down shack to live in, he would inevitably be left exposed in the elements.
Dun, dun, dun. I know I keep saying but holy fucking shit, come on.
And as you can see here, he questions adoption.
What? Adoption?
Adoption?
Adoption.
It's adoption.
Hey, you can see
oh,
right here.
okay, I see. Oh, hey, some people are voting not to abort me.
I'm sure they just misclicked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I voted no, Jack.
I'm sure once we have more votes come in at 4 a.m, you know. All right. Well, now it's time for the final game of the night.
This is the best game.
And that's Poe or No Gender Edition.
Moon, do you like anything?
Yes, no, I love Sad Libs.
And this is where I will give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and one
Absolutely.
I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
Okie
All right.
dokie.
And I'll even give you short descriptions of each one.
Oh, you're such a nice guy.
How convenient.
And gender A, glaze gender.
What?
Oh no.
Like donuts?
Food gender, in which someone feels a strong connection to glaze, frosting, and icing.
Okay.
Why do I get the feeling that they're body positive?
Huh.
All right.
Glaze gender, huh?
Gender B, invisagender. Xenogender that feels partially or fully invisible.
What?
I gotta say, so far I'm leaning towards C.
Yeah.
And gender C, YouTube gender.
Oh, that one is clearly real.
What?
A xenogender connected to YouTube, Twitch, and other video sharing / streaming platforms.
Ugh. Ugh.
Well,
I think it's A. I think Frosted was like, fuck it, I'll just use my own name, Frosting. That can be what the gender is.
That's what I was like, huh. And
Oh.
when you said frosting, I'm like, yeah.
Well, bad news, Jack. 62% said that you should be aborted.
Bye, Jack.
All right,
Bye,
now
everyone. I'm gonna get aborted now.
All right, now I'll start a new poll so the chat can get in on it.
Very, very late term abortion.
I want to say the body positive people created the glazed gender.
I don't know. I mean, YouTube seems so fucking obvious.
Yeah, YouTube gender, I say, is fake.
Cracker Rob, no, all three are real. In fact, it's just were they made up by a person that we don't know, or were they made up by Frosted? But once they're made up, they become real. That's how this works.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that C is real because it's just so obvious. I don't know.
I'm gonna say glazed gender is Frosted just wanting to see his own name.
I agree. I have to agree with that.
Well,
was the first thing I thought when I saw that.
I'm gonna go with B since I think that it's the most uncreative. Like anyone could just it sounds a little bit. I mean, it sounds like one that definitely would exist, but it sounds like maybe there's one that's kind of derivative of it that does exist, but this one doesn't. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
I think YouTube gender is definitely real because they mentioned Twitch, and Twitch is like SJW City. So
YouTube gender.
all right, so Moon and Terry said A, Jack said
Yes.
B, Becca.
I'll go with C because I know that gender is something else. It's a social gender. So I don't know if they call it YouTube, like if they broke it down by different platforms.
All right.
I'll go C.
Well, let's see. It looks like the chat is. Well, it looks like B and C are tied. 39%. Yeah. All right.
Oh, I'm voting with the Chad. That's not good.
For a second, I thought you said I'm voting with the Chad, and like, excuse me.
Chad is very frequently wrong, unfortunately.
hey, Ask the Audience is one of the lifelines in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, it's one of the suckiest too.
But Frosted is giving us that lifeline free of charge. So I think this is the same. This is the same audience that voted to abort Jack. So they do get some things right.
Yeah. Well, you can phone a friend. Do you want to phone up Braniel?
Braniel, what do you think? I know
All right.
Braniel's watching.
All right, well, I'll end the poll there. Okay. And so uh actually
Hmm?
Oh
given that
no.
this is the 69th episode, I decided to go in a different direction, and
Oh God.
it
Oh
turns out
no.
Terry is right because
Ah!
all three are real.
Oh,
Oh, right.
you
Oh,
bastard.
damn.
You fucker of mothers.
So is the YouTube gender part of the Socia gender?
Yes, it's one of the subgenders of Socia gender.
Oh,
Br-
damn.
Braniel says, "See, Braniel, you suck."
I'll
That's-
take that as me winning.
Yeah, you did technically say all three are real, so.
Yeah.
And Frosty, you promised you'd never do this again.
Oh,
Kidding? When?
I never promised that. I said I haven't
No.
done it so far. But there's a first time for everything.
Motherfucker.
So I decided why not do it in episode 69.
Motherfucker.
69.
All right. And hopefully this will make it a little more challenging in the future because you don't know.
Oh, eat me.
Well, maybe you should do what you ended up doing with the other one, where you put, with the white supremacy versus black nationalism, both are the same.
Yeah.
You had both. What was it? Stormfront, both black supremacy.
Yeah,
Whereas this
I'll
one you
make
have
that an
all
option
are
in the
real.
poll.
Or
Yeah, I'll make that an
add
option
it
in
as
the
an
poll.
option.
All right. So let's take a look at the flags. There's glazed gender.
Blaze.
I've heard that one before from the fatty community.
Oh my God. It's like Neapolitan.
Yeah.
And
It's a donut.
there's
I want 2 scoops.
there's invisagender.
Oh my God.
I'm disappointed because at the time you said that there was still no flag on the screen at my end. So I was hoping that was the joke, is that they didn't have a flag.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Where's a big
that would
dotted
be
line around the entire flag border.
That would be far too clever for them. like the flag is just like a piece of clear plastic. And this just reminds me of Dotted Line Girl from the Rugrats.
And before you show it, I have a feeling that the YouTube gender flag is just going to have a big YouTube button in the middle.
One of the coolest coincidences that ever happened to me was I was reading the NetHack wiki, and I actually got "This page cannot be found" for the Cloak of Invisibility. No, that's perfect. So I took a screenshot, put it on Facebook. It's like, no, this is too perfect.
All right, and there's the flag for YouTube gender. Well, it's for the Socia gender. So it's got, red for YouTube, purple for Twitch, and whatnot.
Ugh. Can I just make a shit gender that shits on all the other shitty genders?
Shit.
It's a wiki. Of course, you can go update it and add that in, if it doesn't already exist.
How about this one? A hungry gender, a gender that eats the bad genders.
I'm sure that already exists.
I'm gonna eat your gender. Gender's gonna be gone.
And then I start eating garbage.
Oh my God.
Sorry, that's like my favorite episode of that show.
I'm the trash man.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, and now it's time for the final article of the night. Men will no longer be needed for baby making thanks to science.
Yeah, science.
Turkey
Yeah,
basters.
they have this article like every 3 years, and it hasn't happened yet.
But I just want to hear what Anthony Fauci is doing to make us not needed. This is thanks to science. I mean, the Fauci, he's obviously involved.
Yeah.
He is the science. Didn't
He
you
is.
know?
And this is written by Lashone.
Lashone.
Great name.
Yeah.
Watch me whip, watch me Lashone.
Mhm.
God, I hate you.
I'm lucky I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's probably better that way.
Nothing chaps my ass more than some fool getting under my comments, telling me that my articles sound like I've been hurt by men.
Oh.
I damn roll.
What?
I don't know.
God.
That
She's
is
just basically she's rolling her eyes at the claim.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is the weak response when you are slapped with facts in front of your eyeballs.
Ooh, facts.
My pain or lack thereof has absolutely nothing to do with the truth that I type. In another edition of the truth that I spill, it is official. Men and their
The
sperm will
truth that
not.
I spill. Yeah, I'm just imagining this written in the voice of an indignant, angry black woman.
Men and their sperm will no longer be needed to make babies.
Oh, for God's sake.
Multiple reports have come out about this, according to
I
research
just
done.
realized they are actually right because women can ejaculate now. It is 2022.
I thought they've already been able to do that anyway.
So if female penises can ejaculate female semen into male wombs,
Yes.
then sure, you don't actually need people who identify as men. They just need the biology.
And wait,
Huh.
wait. Also, men can get pregnant, so we don't need women
Yeah, true.
because we can ejaculate and carry children.
Yeah. Science.
Yep.
Uh,
Weird science.
Dun,
To go back to Danny Elfman.
Boo.
dun, dun, dun.
multiple reports.
You're not a fan of Danny Elfman?
No, I like his music. That was just a lousy joke.
Dum, bum, bum.
Danny Elfman's a terrible composer.
Danny Elfman was good in Oingo Boingo.
I don't know. I'm just talking about his, composing for movies.
Oh,
He did the Simpsons thing. He's okay.
No, you're just angry because he has to do with Tim Burton, and Tim Burton sucks.
Yeah, and part of the reason
He
Tim
did the
Burton sucks
Simpsons
is he
theme
always
song.
has bad soundtracks.
Yeah.
No, he did the Simpsons theme song. That makes him okay.
Multiple reports have come out about this. According to research done in the United States by the American Society of Reproductive Medicine, they found a way for women to have babies without men. Girl babies at that, ensuring that society turns into an asexual environment and it turns into an environment where men will definitely no longer be necessary. They won't even be born.
They try and pretend that feminism is about equality of the sexes, and then they openly write articles where like men are no longer needed, and they try and pretend that when we perceive this hostility towards men specifically, that it's totally unfounded.
But
Yeah,
no, look, if they want a world without men, I want them to try and experience that. I want them to have their own little corner of the world where it's just women and see how that goes for them.
Well, they already tried that. They all remember the resort island or something. It was supposed to be just women on it.
Yes.
And there was infighting, constant infighting, and then it broke up.
That's my point. Is they want a world without men. They can go the way of Samantha Brick, who was another great story of her all-female workplace and just how well that went. No, if they want a world without men, let them have it.
Yeah, we'll make a nation of just women and call it Scissortopia.
Yeah. and the only rule is we don't take them back. They want out, they stay out.
Hey.
Let's see. Less crime, less child support drama, less domestic violence. It's a win-win for women.
Shouldn't
So,
be a
someone
win-win
should
for
tell her
men,
about
too.
the domestic violence and lesbian relationships.
No, shh, don't mention that. Let her find out on her own.
Even the international science community has gotten in on the research. A research study by British scientists. Is that a publication? Did she mean
Maybe it's
a
his
British
name.
scientist? Is there
I
only
think his
one?
name is. I think his name is Mr. Scientist, and his first name is Brit.
Hi, my name is Mr. Science.
It's
I
like
did
on
this science, and I'm Mr. Science.
it's like on Red Letter Media where they have Scientist Man. A research study by British scientists has recently begun where they have started taking women's bone marrow and started turning it into sperm by way of stem cell research.
That's disgusting. That's basically cloning them.
Yeah.
Yes, you read that correctly. Scientists singular are now taking women's bone marrow and turning it into sperm, thereby eliminating the need one day for men and their sperm.
And
No,
what happens when they figure out that that sperm is like guaranteed to cause Down syndrome?
No, more than that. How are they ever going to eat pickles again?
How much you want to bet the doctor like takes out the marrow, takes it into the lab, jerks off in the thing, and says, "Look, I turned it into sperm."
Yeah, I have little doubt that this is fake.
Women are so damn powerful. All that is needed for life are our cells.
Yeah, that's true. You need cells, but that's if you're talking about cloning, then yeah, you can clone a person.
Yeah, that to me just says you're doing nothing but cloning yourself.
Also, how
Would
many
this be
men?
considered incest?
Oh.
Or masturbation, one of the other.
Oh.
Also, how many men were needed to come up with this technology?
None. All female scientists.
Yeah.
I'm certain of it.
Once the woman gets pregnant, she can turn around and take hormone therapy to induce milk for breastfeeding if her body isn't producing breast milk throughout the pregnancy. So,
You know, at a certain point, the process becomes so unnatural that perhaps you should start questioning if God meant you to do this.
I just imagine like 500 years from now, they're like, can you believe way back in the day, people used to have sex? And that's how like they didn't have to go into the lab and have their bone marrow scraped and implanted into their own womb. All they did was fuck a stranger and woke up pregnant the next day. Like,
can you
how
believe
weird
there was
is that?
can you believe there was a time before bone jizz was used to make babies?
Bone Ew.
Gross.
Yuck.
Once the woman gets pregnant, she can turn around and take So stem cells and hormone therapy is all it's going to take for women to make babies without men.
Is
They've
that
been-
all?
Yep. And I'm sure those babies will turn out just fine.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It sounds so much fun too.
I'm just kind of imagining like the guy in RoboCop who gets exposed to nuclear waste and he starts melting. That's who I'm imagining when they make this baby.
They have been very successful thus far in making this a reality within rats, which for you naysayers is the animal. Which for you naysayers is the animal that is always experimented on because the DNA so closely matches human DNA before human trials begin. Don't like it? Too bad.
I love that line.
Oh god.
For women struggling to make a baby that really wants one, this would be a game changer. Due to so many men having corrupt sperm due to their lifestyle and eating habits.
Corrupt sperm.
Because as we know, it is always the man's fault.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
My sperm takes bribes all the time. Due to their lifestyle and eating habits. This way ensures that no matter how many men there are left in the world, and regardless of his lifestyle, a woman can produce a baby without them.
It's
What
so
about their
fucking
lifestyle,
judgmental.
though?
Yeah, it's so fucking judgmental the way, regardless of how much men screw up their lives, so long as there are still decent women in the world. Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
There's more obese women than there are men, so let's start talking about lifestyles, shall we?
Yeah, because I'm sure there's no chance of any women having, corrupt eggs.
Nope, not at all.
Corrupt.
No, I don't have Downsy eggs now. Not at all.
You like
No.
to use that
Perfect.
word corrupt?
This sperm needs to be voted out of office.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This will get rid of sperm banks for sure, and instead bring forth stem cell banks, where all a woman has to do is go get her bone marrow extracted and let the scientists do their thing.
So, Becca, you want to go and clone yourself?
It makes me feel dirty. Like I feel like I need to jump in the shower right now because this is gross. Oh, I love your beautiful baby. She looks exactly like you.
And if you want to see that shower, that's over on our Patreon site.
But
How
see,
much-
this is kind of. Oh, sorry.
How much you want to bet that after a few generations, they'll just start looking like, Middle Ages royalty, where they're all inbred and stuff?
Oh.
All without the need for men. That'll definitely get rid of abortion laws, because women will only have babies that they want, and can't a man say a damn thing about it. That'll take the...
What? What? What?
What are they gonna do when these babies like start having some form of retardation? They can't blame the men.
They will, though.
Oh, yeah, they will.
It was the male doctor who injected me with my own bone marrow sperm.
It's just a matter of time before the woman who was impregnated by the scientist claimed that the scientist raped her.
And then goes after him for child support.
Exactly.
I thought this was
Because
supposed to eliminate the child support disputes.
no, nothing does, because that requires women to be self-sufficient, and the feminist doctrine requires that women always be reliant on men for everything, because women are super powerful, didn't you know?
Oh, yeah.
Dante wants me to
So
read
true.
something. Let's see. No, human cloning is very possible. It's just taking the base pairs / DNA of the recipient, then they take the egg of a female of suitable age to then be grafted to the womb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
They do this in pigs.
Hmm?
They do this in pigs. I'm surprised they didn't go with the we test this on pigs, so deal with it argument.
Well, no, I don't think a feminist would care to be compared to a pig.
I mean, it's the most logical comparison, though.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
they're
no, tell
they're
me
not
about it.
exactly very far behind.
That'll take the wind out of the chest of men who are trying to force women to have their babies and not have an abortion, so as to continue the human race.
Yeah, all that totally happens.
Oh, it'll be continued all right, just without men.
Oh.
This is a
dun.
This is a game changer. Wait.
Yeah.
What if they go through this thing to get impregnated and it turns out to be a boy?
No, I
Then
think
they
they're saying
abort
you
it
can't
'cause they don't
because there
want
won't
it?
be a Y. Like,
Yeah,
the Y chromosome is carried on the sperm. So if they're taking it from a woman, then it will it'll naturally be an X chromosome that they're adding.
yeah.
Let's see. This is a game changer. The world will turn on its head once these experiments become truly successful in women. Both the international and national science communities are working hard in ensuring that men truly won't be needed.
I'm
Really?
just sad I won't live to see this shit show.
Yeah, just a reminder: equality of the sexes.
Yeah, where one of them is obliterated. That
The
sounds
Yeah.
perfectly right.
dictionary says it, so it's true.
Let's
Yeah.
see. 56% of women, as stated in my previous article, Men Want You to Care Too Late, have absolutely no intention of having children. Now, for the remaining 44%, they can soon have children without the help of a man.
So boring.
It's wonderful.
See?
It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's powerful.
It's lame.
It is
It's
lame.
delicious. It's delightful.
Once again, another article written in fact, but I already know that some man or his handmaiden woman or mother is going to get under this article and tell
Yeah.
me how hurt I am.
Yeah, some man.
Or his handmaiden woman. I feel so attacked right now.
Yeah,
Blob.
author, what is preventing me right now from just calling you a man hating bitch? What
Yeah.
on
The fact
earth
is-
is preventing me from doing that?
The
What
fact that
what
she's
is your
just talking
defense?
facts. All she's doing is laying out facts. If you get hurt by facts, Jack, that's on you.
I'm starting to figure out why people assume she was hurt by a man, given that she wants to make the entire sex like obsolete and
Yeah.
and practically use eugenics to get rid of them. Like, yeah, I would probably assume that she was hurt by a man.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, she's been brainwashed into hating them.
The scientists behind these experiments are both men and women. Oh, so you need men. Men want,
Yeah.
Yes.
Men want to get rid of their fellow brethren because they know for themselves how utterly useless most of them are.
Wow. Holy
It's
shit.
not the fact that they enjoy science and making new discoveries. It has nothing to do with that.
You know what I think it is? I think they've got ugly wives. They're like, I can either have sex with the wife or I can use science to make sure I can still get her pregnant without having to go near that bitch.
Or I can pretend I'm a scientist and just jerk off on this lady's marrow.
Oh.
Now, you want me to read that sentence but replace men with some other demographic?
Oh,
Go for it.
please do.
All right, what demographic should I go with?
Hmm.
Go
We
with
have-
the Jews since they're topical with Whoopi at the moment.
All right. Jews want to get rid of their fellow brethren because they know for themselves how utterly useless most of them are.
Oh my god.
Wow. That
I
is
don't
just
care what
just-
anyone says. Replacing it
Stop
with
hating
Jews
Jews.
is
It's a
always funny.
stereotype.
It's always funny.
Are they hurt? This hurt line is so lame and shows the lack of intelligence. Y'all who keep saying it are truly lacking intelligence.
Unlike the author who just repeated themselves twice.
And started the sentence with y'all.
She says
It's
y'all
a
again.
word. It's not an intelligent word, but it's a word.
Y'all are lacking it, especially because I write facts. I quote
See, Jack?
sources.
Look, just like I said.
I quote sources, and what I don't quote, you can Google if you're not lazy. Y'all just want to
Just Google
gaslight.
Y'all.
Y'all just want
Y'all.
to gaslight me, and I'm not having
Y'all. That's just gonna be what I do every time the author says that now.
Y'all.
it. Instead of coming up with a counter argument, because there is none, y'all want to try to
Y'all.
dismiss my facts to me being hurt.
The
This sort of-
yawling will continue until men are obliterated.
Y'all.
We're in this for the long y'all. This sort of nonsense is habitual amongst men, their handmaidens and mamas too, which is why more and more women don't want to be bothered with men.
When
It's
did
not
this
about
bitch become a country bumpkin?
it's
Your mama's too.
no, she's intelligent, remember? She told us she was
Yes,
intelligent.
Yes, she's a strong, independent woman.
Intelligent
I should
bird.
find this article and just comment, who hurt you?
Yes, show me here where they touched you.
It's not about pain. It's about not wanting to deal with a lack of intelligence or talk to people who can't hold a conversation of facts. Ugh.
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 Yeah, she's a caveman.
Or she's quoting Charlie Brown or something. I will continue to write factual articles whether you like it or not. Go get a therapist and deal with the trauma you may be suffering from because of the realization that men are not wanted now and will no longer going to be needed soon enough.
Wow.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Mothers who are twisted won't be able to give birth to sons any longer, thereby eliminating that sick-ass my little man, my hubby foolishness that these weirdo mothers with sons like to say about their male children. Yeah, definitely not hurt by a man.
Damn. No,
This person
not
is
at
a
all.
total psycho.
Y'all can call me emotional
Y'all.
all you want, but the
Y'all.
facts back up any emotion you think I've got. If you think all I do is complain about men, then why do you continue to read my articles?
Yeah,
Because
y'all.
you're hilariously psychotic. Some bright ass wrote that he sees all I do is complain about men. Then why are you reading them? See, lack of intelligence.
Whatever, y'all.
I'm just thinking of Plankton from SpongeBob. I went to college.
Oh goodness.
Why continue to purposely trigger yourself? Why? Makes absolutely no sense. Science is a
Maybe
beautiful
they're not getting triggered.
Science is a beautiful thing, but since most men across races don't graduate high school and their mamas don't make them, this like the beauty of a woman they will truly never know.
Uh-huh.
There's
something about y'all in
Chuck
there.
wanted to say Jews.
I already did, Keith.
Oh my god.
Y'all.
Y'all can call me emotional as I put in several question marks after every question and oh goodness.
What's up,
Also,
y'all?
I think it was Dante, but someone wanted the author's name, so Lashone, looks like.
I give up on
Lashone.
these shitheads. Screw these guys.
If I could, I would comment, y'all come back now, you hear? And I might spell cum with a C-U-M. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I personally hope that this author gets the severe mental help that she so desperately needs.
Yeah.
So Keith is clarifying. She thought you were going to do that for the entire article, replacing men with Jews.
Nah, I just did it
That's
for
why
that
she
one
brought it up.
sentence. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
did it for that one sentence. Maybe I should have done the whole article. I don't know.
Yeah, you
Who
haven't
wants
done
round
that in a
two?
while.
Who wants round 2 Jewish edition?
I don't know. That might take a while. No, but when I find an article that
fits the bill.
Fits that idiom, then that's when I do it.
Get up here. Come
All right.
Jews will no longer be needed for baby making, thanks to science.
Yeah, science.
All right. Well, that's all I have for tonight. So I'm going to shill out my co-host and guest. I Like Boobs has Quippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's true.
That's true.
Moonshock has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer, linked in the description.
Yes, that.
Terry is on this. He's on Quippers United. He's on Johnny Hellcat and Della Hayes Minions Nights. He's on
Uh,
Six of Sober streams.
One Ton Hammer, and Delahaye's for minions.
All right.
And then sometimes I'm on Johnny Hellcat's on his channel.
All right. He's on Johnny Hellcat's channel. He's on Six of Sober streams. Is that it?
He's everywhere.
Yep.
But also, I got a message from Six saying that it's going to be a tribute to Irate Prostate
Yes.
happening soon. So just letting people know about that.
If you don't mind, I'll drop the link. To
Yeah,
the
that'd be good.
stream. Okay.
Yeah, there's as most of you know, Irate Prostate unfortunately passed recently. He was a good guy. He was on the corner a while ago. He had, I think, all of us on his stream at some point.
Yeah.
And so they're giving a little tribute stream to him at it's at midnight. Did you say it was?
Midnight Eastern, and it's on Trippy's channel. And the second hour of the stream, we're gonna do an open mic. So any of those who feel like hopping on and saying a nice 2 minutes of anything to Irate, they can DM me. I can send them the Discord invite. It should be a good stream.
All right. So yeah, everybody go to that in about an hour now. Give tribute to Irate because, like I said, he was a good guy. And let's see. Actually, I think we might not be streaming next week, but the week after we should be at our normal time of 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, and we'll see you guys the week after next week.
Yeah.
Y'all.
See you later, everyone.
Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Yep. All right, bye guys.
Y'all.
See ya.
Night, y'all.
Y'all.
Y'all.